Okay, so I just want to take a look at a couple sentences from the homework just to give you guys an idea of how to go about translating these sorts of gerund and gerundive phrases. So let's just start out with going over this first one. So we'll start with finding our verb, which is fakti sunt. Let me switch over to my pencil. Okay, fakti sunt. With our subject, Romani. So fakti sunt, if you'll recall, is the perfect passive of Theo, and it is the passive of facio. It is used as the passive of facio. That's a bad O, but okay. So the Romans become or became divitiores, richer or more rich. So this is the comparative adjective of divus. And notice the comparative form, the iores, which lets us know that. So now we know the sort of basic idea of the sentence. We have to think about why did they become rich. And then we take a look at this first part, Carthagine delinda. So let's just take a look at, let's just go ahead and parse it just to get an overall sense of the form. So given this long A, we know that it's feminine. We also know that it's ablative and singular. So now we just have to think about what form this is. So given the nd part, we know that this is a gerundive. It's not a gerund because it's an adjective. A gerund would only occur in the normal neuter second declension cases, so it has to be a gerundive. And it's also modifying Carthagine. So let's think about how we might translate this. Delinda, then, is the... We'll connect it back with this. So we'll just translate it literally first. So we'll think about what possibilities the ablative case could be. So could either be with, by means of, because, some of the general uses of the ablative that we've seen so far. But we also have this gerundive meaning, so just taken literally, to be destroyed, or really about to be destroyed. It's the most wooden way that you can understand this. And Carthage as well. Carthagine. So with Carthage, or I'll just write the translation, Carthage, about to be destroyed. So I think we can go with something like a means or instrument or causal understanding here, because it seems to be related. The destruction of Carthage seems to be related to why the Romans became richer. So we'll go with that. So by means of Carthage about to be destroyed, the Romans became richer. But that isn't necessarily that idiomatic of a translation. So instead of thinking about it in purely the gerundive sense, we can also understand this to be one of those idiomatic uses. So just to fully kind of understand what this could be translated as, let's turn this into a gerund phrase, and then I think it'll be a bit more clear about why this looks the way it does. So I'm taking Carthage as the object, and then I'm turning delinda just into the normal ablative singular gerund. By means of, or because of destroying Carthage, the Romans became richer. So when you think about it in this way, it becomes a lot more clear how these two are connected. Even though it might sound a bit awkward to translate it literally in this gerundive way, oftentimes gerunds and gerundive phrases can be transferred back into their gerund form. So I would encourage you to practice this habit and attempt to work around it just to get a better idea of how they work together. So, all right, thank you.